prove that this white Christian nationalism isn't just a fringe element in America today, I want to play you this Steve Bannon clip where he has this ding-dong on. I mean, Steve Bannon is mainstream Republicanism. And there's a melding of politics and religion in a way that we've not seen it yet before, where they're blending religion and politics and conspiracy to try to tap in to that emotional, spiritual belief system of the base. And here is Steve Bannon talking with this gentleman about spiritual warfare. Again, I come from this religious tradition, evangelical white Christian nationalism, and there's a scripture that's commonly repeated about we fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and spiritual wickedness in high places. I was raised in a church that believes there's actual demonic and angel warfare invisibly taking place all around you. That if you could see into the spirit world, you'd be able to witness. It's like the movie Constantine or something. This is what I was taught. This is what I believed until I started reading books. And this is what Steve Bannon is peddling as a mainstream Republican with a large platform. Watch this clip.
Are we in a spiritual war?
1,000%. That's exactly why we're doing this. I think that, it says in the Bible, battle isn't against flesh and blood. And I can tell you, I come to D.C. quite often, and today we were worshiping actually on the rotunda floor inside of the Capitol. And you can feel it, man. It's like it's a real battle. It's a real spiritual battle that we're in, and I think it's time to
When you say you can feel it, what do you mean by that?
I can feel that things have changed. I'm actually really optimistic.
Tell people that, because they need to hear that.
Yeah, I am. I mean, we've been doing stuff. Listen, we've had the largest gathering in the church in Washington, D.C. for the last 3 years in a row. We've had it on the National Mall. And it's been difficult, the last 2 years especially. Not just the permitting and the process and jump through all the hoops, but spiritually, you felt a lot of resistance.
There's like there's
a heaviness. There's a weight. There's
a heaviness in this town.
But something happened with this whole regime change in the House. And I don't even know, I'm still processing it. But today I was walking through the Capitol with my guitar. We were worshiping, we were singing. No one was stopping us. There was no red tape. It's definitely a new day here.
You can feel it. We only got a couple of minutes, so I need people to, because I try to tell people this. There was like this heavy blanket. There was something on top of this. There was a spiritual force that was pressing things down. It's not all the way lifted, but you can definitely feel that there's an energy here that was not here before.
Yeah, there's a crack. There's starting to be. I feel like we're coming into a season where it's like there's some light breaking through, and it's enough to actually give a lot of hope. And we've been meeting with members today of Congress, senators, and everyone has this kind of expectation about this.
Unless you think that this is just a one-off, Steve Bannon needs to fill some airtime and create some content for the base, I submit to you this Newsmax interview, same day, likely within just a few minutes of this taking place, where Newsmax interviews some wingnut who's talking about, again, linking politics and spiritual warfare, that ancient gods are now attacking it is the same network that Republicans are all in a twist about AT&T no longer distributing, is airing this nonsense. Again, mainstreaming, linking politics and spiritual warfare.
Yeah, yes. what, you know, even it's behind cancel culture, it's behind wokeism, it's behind what's happening to our politics, even Supreme Court decisions, even like the last 3 Supreme Court decisions that linked up with marriage or sexuality, all of them took place on an exact same date linked to a pagan ancient calendar. Just a little while back, Chris, you know, the president had a gathering at the White House, basically, you know, to call the Respect for Marriage Act, supposedly, but it's basically striking down marriage as we know it. And he lit up the White House in the colors of the rainbow. Well, there is one of these gods. I speak about the Dark Trinity, and that was in ancient times. It's back. One of them is called the Transformer, and this is a god or a spirit from ancient times that actually said that it has the power. It's a she, has the power to turn a man into a woman into man, blend the lines of gender, blend the lines of male and female. Well, it's happening right now. She actually had an ancient priesthood that dressed up with men dressing up as women. This is what is being championed by the government right now. It's championed on our children. She actually had some of her priests surgically transition. Well, this spirit is in our culture. And I'm just going to give you a quick taste because I'm sure we don't have time. But here's the thing. What she actually was the god of parades. So we have parades. She paraded men dressed up as women. We've got it back. She actually claimed one time of the year for possession of the culture. And you know what the time was? June. So it's back. Also had one sign particular, was the sign of the rainbow. So this is big. It's affecting all of us. And yes, it's affecting the culture. And as you said, it's happening in rapid progression, and it's accelerating even to this day.
So what that beard with the face stapled to it is talking about is linked to this kind of stuff. Spiritual warfare because there's a statue. And they're linking politics and the fight ahead. And I believe what they're attempting to do is really connect to the base and the conspiracy elements that surround this particular faith tradition. And it's being mainstreamed by Steve Bannon and Jason Rapert and whoever this knucklehead is. It's dangerous. You need to be paying attention to this because this is only going to get worse before it gets better.
You might remember that a few years ago, the show got hacked and many thousands of dollars were stolen. We never got it back. It's a terrible feeling. It can happen to anyone. But a couple of years ago, we got Aura, which really gives us significantly more peace of mind. And our sponsor, Aura, is the app that protects you from scammers by alerting you anytime your info like email, passwords, social security number are found in data breaches. Aura also automatically requests removal of your info from search engines, and it can reduce spam calls. Aura alerts you quickly about suspicious credit inquiries, like if someone tries to take a loan out in your name. And Aura's password manager makes it easy to keep your account secure to begin with. Aura also has parental controls for your kids' devices. You can restrict apps or manage screen time, set focus time, make sure they're doing homework instead of binging on YouTube. You can try Aura free for 14 days at aura.com/Pacman. Use the free trial to see if your email, password are already out there. You may be surprised. The link is down below.